His
Cast.
Hello everyone, this is Colton Kim, aka Cotton Cola. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to the very first episode of my brand new podcast Racing. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a while now, and I'm really excited to have this podcast finally start up with the first episode. And today I will be discussing in depth what my thoughts on Marvel Phase 4 are, and I will be answering the question that should Marvel have stopped or rebooted after Avengers Endgame. So I'm really looking forward to discussing my thoughts on Marvel Phase 4 and just Marvel in general because I'm such a big fan of that franchise. But it's not just me that you're going to hear today. With me is my very good friend Alfredo. Say hi, Alfredo.
Hi.
How are you doing,
How's
Alfredo?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing very well. Thank you so much for asking. Alfredo, you have a YouTube channel, the Furae, and would you mind telling everybody what your YouTube channel is all about?
Sure, I'd be glad to. My channel is about sports, mostly sports, but I've done other stuff like gaming and even some stuff like that's happened like in real life, like some news like that I usually don't talk about, like Toys R Us and stuff like that. And but mostly I try to focus on sports and gaming specifically.
That's really cool. And why should people subscribe to your YouTube channel?
Because then they could get content on gaming, sports, and just a variety of things, not just focus on one topic. I do different topics to try to change it up and whatever's interesting out there to talk about.
All right, awesome. Thank you for sharing. And yeah, I would please if you're subscribed to me or watching this video, please subscribe to my friend's YouTube channel, the Furae. He has some really good stuff on there. Let me ask you, Alfredo, are you a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
You know it, big time fan. It's a very awesome to try to watch the MCU.
Yeah, I love the MCU as well. Not all their films are great. Some of them are just meh, but I just really like this universe. I really like the characters in general. Let me ask you: do you think that Marvel should have just stopped after Endgame, which is kind of it seems like Endgame. It definitely was a finale in terms of the Infinity Saga and possibly Tony Stark, aka Iron Man's journey. But do you think that Marvel should have stopped after Endgame, or do you think that are you glad that they're still like making films and continuing this franchise?
That's a great question. I'm not really sure. In a perfect world, I think it probably would have been best if it ended at the end game. It's like saying, oh, well, Tom Brady, he's still going, but you think after he won like fifth or sixth Super Bowl that he should have been done. So maybe like it would have like been interesting to see if it like ended just to give it closure. And the way it ended though, like Iron Man, the snap and the tributes, you would have thought that it would have been an ending and it would have been perfectly, but just like how the MCU is still growing, people may want more. And the thing is, though, like sometimes, and also the thing is, sometimes you may not want it to go as longer that you get tired of it. Like now, people are tired of Tom Brady still playing. Like, when is he going to be done? It hasn't happened that with the MCU yet, but it could be at some point where people get fatigued and we're like, that's enough already, and want it to be done already. Especially if it's not as successful, then people would want it to be done even more sooner.
Yeah, no, I agree for sure. I would agree that Marvel should have ended after Endgame. Now, I enjoyed Spider-Man Far From Home. Like, I didn't like it as much as other people did. I thought it was just fine. But, like, I don't know, Endgame, like, I love Endgame. It's one of my favorite movies of 2019. And I don't know, it seems like there really like it seems like there really isn't anywhere like that much else that like this franchise can go. I mean, I am kind of excited for like where like Spider-Man will end up next, that post-credit scene from Far From Home when his identity was revealed. And I am excited for Eternals and Shang-Chi. However, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I wish that like Eternals and Shang-Chi were in a separate universe. And it's like its own franchise.
I would agree there because I'm not really looking forward to the Eternals or Shang Chi. I'm kind of just like, kind of just planning on skipping those movies. But what I'm really looking forward to, especially Thor: Love and Thunder. Like that's gonna be exciting, especially if the news of Keanu Reeves or Christian Bale being in the movie are true. I hope so. And oh my god, that would be great, especially if Bale played Vader Ray Bill and Reeves Silver Surfer. Like that would be epic. But that and Doctor Strange too as well. But it's Multiverse of Madness. But the thing is with that though, they just Scott Derrickson. He was supposed to direct the movie, but he left because of creative differences.
Yeah, yeah, I
Kevin
heard
Feige,
about
you heard,
that.
right?
Yeah, that was unfortunate because the first Doctor Strange had its issues, but I really liked what Derrickson was able to bring to that movie from a directing and visual standpoint. So I was actually really looking forward to the next Doctor Strange movie with Derrickson returning to direct. But now that he's not directing anymore, I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Even though like Scarlet Witch and everything like that, looking forward to her as well. But the thing is though, like who's gonna direct it? I am now, especially he said at Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, it was gonna be the first horror movie. But Feige, the thing is though with Feige, he said that he didn't want that because he didn't want to scare little kids and stuff. Just to paraphrase, so
Yeah, I really didn't like. I like it. It seems like the main thing that caused Derrickson to leave was disagreements between him and Feige over the creative direction that Doctor Strange 2 would go. And I think that I agree with Derrickson. I would have been really cool to see the first, even though I'm not a fan of horror in general. In my opinion, it would have been cool to see a horror movie, Doctor Strange 2 be a horror movie and to see where Derrickson could go with that. But it seems like it was Feige the one that like didn't really want to go in the horror movie direction anymore. He maybe like he initially did and he changed his mind, or I don't know exactly what happens, but I think that I'm still bummed out that Doctor Strange 2 no longer has Derrickson involved, and it seems like they're not really going to go in the horror movie route anymore.
I saw a Cosmic Wonders video on YouTube, and he said that there would still be some horror aspects to it, like what Feige said about it. But I don't. It would have been more interesting to see what it would have been like as a horror movie. But then again, Feige also said something about it, like having to, because it's MCU's interconnected universe. The fact is, like, it affects the other movies as well. So I don't know how the horror aspects, like, according to him, like, would have worked in a sense with the rest of the MCU.
Yeah, yeah, no, I agree for sure. And let's quickly go over each of the films and the Disney Plus TV shows coming out in the future, and let's go over each one by one and share our thoughts on each one. How's that sound?
Sure, sounds like a good idea.
All right, so the most recent upcoming Marvel film is the Black Widow film. Now I am kind of excited for Black Widow, although the trailer left me a bit underwhelmed. I think I think though that we should have gotten the Black Widow movie a lot sooner.
Oh, totally agree. Everybody wanted that specifically, and also it kind of takes away the fact that Scarlett Johansson's character is already dead at this point, and it kind of like ruins it. It kind of like takes the enjoyment out of it a little bit. But I'm still looking forward to it. They just released a special look. I don't know if you saw the special look recently. I
Yes,
think
I
it was
saw this. I saw the special look. Yeah.
had a little bit more information. You saw her fighting against Taskmaster as well, up
Um,
close, and
Taskmaster does look cool.
yeah, he does. But there's a lot of speculation that they're saying that it could be Hawkeye. That's Taskmaster, but that's just kind of theories being thrown around. And also, in the trailer, it looked like there was some people are saying that it could be pimp particles. This could be Black Widow from Avengers Endgame. But
I highly doubt. I hope not. I really hope not. That would be kind of dumb in my opinion.
yeah, I can see that. But it could be misdirection though. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. It is cool though that like the director of Black Widow, Kate Shortlands, this is her
Yeah.
first like something that I like about the MCU in general is that they'll take C-list celebrities like Hemsworth and Elizabeth Olsen and a lot of these other celebrities. No one really knew who they were before. Like basically, once you appear and direct an MCU film, your popularity skyrockets.
You could say the same thing about Chris Evans too.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
I mean, people already kind of knew who he was because he played the Human Torch in that horrible Fantastic Four movie.
or not another team movie, another horrible movie.
Right, right. But yeah, I mean, like basically, like if you're in the MCU, you become so much more popular. Like James Gunn and Taika Waititi became so much more popular with mainstream audiences, and I believe that the same could be the case for Kate Shortlands if the Black Widow movie it really impresses people and makes a lot of money at the box office.
Yeah, like that'd be good for her career, and she could possibly even do even bigger stuff, better things too.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. All right. Do you have any more thoughts on the Black Widow movie?
It's a very nice cast, you know, Florence Pugh and David Harbour. Of course, people are wondering, oh, this is where Hopper went after the end of Stranger Things season 3. See, spoiler alert for those who haven't seen it by now, but that's what happened.
Right,
Apparently,
right,
like at the end. So, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how he does because they're saying Red Guardian is like the Russian Captain America, and like how he'll do it and making jokes up in the trailer already, like fat jokes and stuff like that. But
right.
people were there was a little bit of controversy with that part, like in the trailer, especially after the fat jokes with Fat Thor and Endgame. So,
Well,
but
personally, I loved Fat Thor in from
he,
Endgame. So,
I mean, Hemsworth loved it himself, so and he played him.
well, hopefully Black Widow will be good.
One more thing though, Florence Pugh, I'm definitely looking forward to see how she does as well as Yelena Belova. People were saying she could be the next Black Widow, like take over the mantle after Natasha. So
Possibly.
yeah,
By the way, congrats to Florence Pugh for her first Oscar nomination.
oh yeah,
Yeah, she was really great in Little Women as Amy, and I think she deserves a nomination a lot.
yeah. She had a great year in 2019. Like, she had Midsummer as well and Fighting with
R-
My Family. So
right, right. Yeah, both of those
in addition to
films.
Little Women,
Yeah, all those films that she was in, I enjoyed. All
yeah,
right, let's move on to the next MCU film, which is The Eternals. The Eternals is starring a lot of people. Angelina Jolie in the main role, and it's also going to star Brian Tyree Henry, Kumail Nanjiani, Richard Madden. It's going to be directed by Chloe Zhao, who directed The Rider, which is an extremely underrated movie in my opinion. Alfredo, what are your thoughts so far on The Eternals?
I mean, I haven't really followed much with the Eternals, but that's like one of the few movies that I'm really looking forward to. But then again, Kevin, like people were saying the same thing about Guardians of the Galaxy. Look how successful they became. But
Right.
I'm not really that interested in the Eternals, but they really did a good job picking the cast. A very diverse cast. I mean, one of the actors in the cast, like she's playing the first Death character in MCU.
Right, right,
So like that's a nice way to get some diversity in there. And yeah, you said Brian Tyree Henry. He was in Spider-Man to Spider-Verse. He played Miles' dad in the comics. So
right. Yeah, he's such a
so
great actor.
yeah, so good for him that he's in it. But some people were controversial about Angelina Jolie, like why is she in this movie or why she's doing this and stuff like that. So
I mean, well, I'm not really a big fan of her as a person. I think she's a great actress as a person, but I'm excited mainly because of like as much as I love the cast and as excited I am to see a Korean actor play one of the Eternals. The main reason why I'm excited for Eternals is because of the director, Chloe Zhao.
uh,
The writer was from one of my favorite movies from 2018, and in case you guys don't know, which most of you probably don't, the writer is a movie about this very manly kind of guy and who's a horseback rider, and he gets in the movie he gets a severe head injury, and he basically the whole movie is him just going through life dealing with both his head injury. It's sort of a morality tale and also sort of a cautionary tale on like a sort of an analysis, in-depth look into like masculinity and morality, and so I think it's an extremely underrated film. Chloe Zhao, I think she did a great job with that movie, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what she can do with the Eternals.
yeah, seems like she has a good track record. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, this is only, and I believe this is only her second film. Her second film is a big budget blockbuster superhero movie. So, congrats to her for even landing the job.
it should be interesting to see how she does. So good luck to her in that.
Yeah, good luck, Chloe Zhao. All right, moving on to another film that I'm actually really excited for, mainly for the Asian representation, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. What do you think of that one?
I just wish they didn't treat it like a martial arts movie. I just feel like Asians, you guys deserve better. Like this shouldn't be treated like a martial arts movie. Like if you want to see martial arts, like no disrespect, but go watch Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan. It should not be. It's not a superpower. This should not be in the MCU. Shang Chi deserves better. Deserves to be better than just being a martial artist. I just feel like it's laziness out of like Marvel, like to do that. I just feel like this movie's very stereotypical.
So like
But it,
I can see
yeah,
where you're coming from with like stereotypes with like you feel as if they're stereotyping, but I don't know. I think the whole martial arts angle is the reason why I'm excited. Like I'm kind of opposite on you on this one. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing a martial arts themed movie in the MCU. Like I mean it doesn't I will confess it doesn't seem like it fits that well with the rest of the MCU. But then again, like you said earlier, Guardians of the Galaxy, it felt really out of place, but then they're able to really make it work. So I don't
yeah,
know.
we'll
Well,
see. But
pers
also, yeah.
you go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But also, it's just that you guys deserve better than this. So
I don't know. Personal, I feel like there are a lot of Asians out there who would disagree with you, but me, I can see where you're coming from.
yeah, but you're also hoping that this is your Black Panther, like be very successful. But it probably will be very successful in overseas, like in China, Korea. Like I could see the movie making a
It
lot of money there.
if it even is released in China.
I would think it is. Well, you would think, and because it's PG-13. I mean, usually, I think it'll be released there. Why wouldn't it be?
Well, no, you know how China is. China is very strict. China is very strict about censorship and all that.
Oh
So
yeah. Well, this movie is Disney PG-13, so it shouldn't be a problem. But also, you probably this. This is what's probably getting people most excited about the movie, like the Mandarin.
right, right, the Mandarin, yeah, the Mandarin, not played by Ben Kingsley or Guy Pearce, thank God.
Yeah.
It'll actually be played by an actual Asian actor. Tilda Swinton.
Oh, that was a good one.
uh, I like Tilda Swinton, but I still think it was weird that she played the Asian one.
Well, like Kevin Feige's mentioned, like just diversity MCU, so he decided to get a woman in there, plus a British one.
Yeah,
And plus
but the
Asian.
character she's the Asian one is an Asian character in general, so.
Yeah, in the comic books, yeah.
But I don't know. Personally, I'm excited for Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with the whole Ten Rings crime organization, and I'm also excited because the director, Destin Daniel Cretton, directed one of my favorite movies from the decade, which is Short Term 12. Short
Oh,
Term
and also
12, which stars Captain Marvel herself, Brie Larson.
Brie Larson, Caitlin Dever. Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one a lot.
Yeah, I
But
recommended you that.
yeah, yeah, and I really appreciate it. Yeah, I really appreciate the recommendation because I love it.
Yeah, it was a great movie.
All right, do you have any more thoughts on Shang-Chi before we move on?
Yeah, well, that's it. That's pretty much it. So you can go ahead and move on to the next one.
All right, so now we're moving on to. We talked a little bit about this before, but we're going to talk
Yeah.
about it a little bit more now. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Now, I actually am really excited to see, obviously, Benedict Cumberbatch return as Doctor Strange, but also Elizabeth Olsen as Scarlet Witch appear in this movie. I'm really curious to see, like, what role she'll have in this.
I've heard that there's some saying that like she's mentioned herself in interviews that it's like this movie will really like dive into the Scarlet Witch herself, especially since it's being tied into WandaVision.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it would be. And plus, there's possibility also that Mortal will come back as the main villain. If you remember at the end of Doctor Strange, the
Chiwetel
first one.
Ejiofor?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
also,
that seems logical.
remember at the end, like when he took the magic from that guy who was supposedly like
Right,
paralyzed, and he
right.
ended up walking again.
Yeah. I really hope that this isn't true, but I did hear rumors that Scarlet Witch herself will be the villain, and I really hope that they don't go that route.
Yeah, like they're saying like this is an exaggeration, but they're saying like she could be like the main big bad of the MCU. Like that's too much.
I really hope that that's not true. I
She's not a villain.
cause yeah, I really hope that's not. That's just a rumor.
I hope so too, because she's a hero. She's not a villain. I mean,
Right.
she could go crazy. That's one thing. Her going crazy. Maybe that's what they meant by like her being villain. Like she's not the actual villain. Like she's just like she's going crazy. Like she's kind of behaving like one, and they have to control her. But I've also heard that this movie may be where they introduce mutants.
You think so?
That's what I
Mutants?
think. I think that's what I've heard. I mean, they could. But I mean, the movie's called Multiverse of Madness. I know I've been watching a lot of like Cosmic Wonder, so I don't want to be echoing what he's saying, but basically, it could be like introducing a lot of characters like from different dimensions. Who knows? Like they're talking maybe characters could come back. Well, who knows? Like it as well. So I've heard maybe rumors that Loki may be in it too.
Well, I mean, it is gonna tie in. Well, Doctor Strange 2 is supposed to tie in with both WandaVision and Loki, both of which we'll talk later on, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see about it. But I'm definitely looking forward to this one to see what happens. Like see how they. And also it's getting a. I think it's getting a May release. So this movie seems like it's gonna be big time.
Alright, so let's move on to Spider-Man 3 with Tom Holland.
I've heard rumors that they may introduce the real MJ, Mary Jane. I've heard some stuff about that.
Wait, I haven't heard about this yet. So Zendaya's not MJ?
She is like they're saying like they can introduce another one just to make like make jealous, like make like Peter like make him undecisive. I know this you may not want to hear this part, but they're saying this could be this is just a rumor, like nothing's been confirmed, but they're saying that this could be similar to how in Spider-Man 3, like the Sony or like the original Spider-Man 3, the literal Spider-Man 3, when they introduced Gwen Stacy in that movie, that would
So
make Peter jealous like of Mary Jane. So
so will Gwen Stacy possibly appear in Spider-Man 3 with Tom Holland?
no, like they're saying no, they're talking about the Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire. Like
No, no, no.
this is
I know. But in Spider-Man 3 with Tom Holland, will Gwen Stacy also appear in that one?
Oh, no, I haven't heard about that. Like, well, they if you remember, they said theories at the end of Endgame. If you remember that girl when walking with you have to really like look. It's sort of like it's easy to miss. Yeah, there was a girl like they were saying that she was Gwen Stacy because she was wearing spidered pants or a blouse. Saying like that was like people were saying that was her, but that wasn't confirmed. That was just a theory. I heard that they released a trailer for Morbius, but I didn't see. I'm not really that interested.
The trailer for Morbius, it was fine, honestly. Although, at the end of the trailer for Morbius, Michael Keaton as the Vulture appears.
Oh, so that means so Feige is right. That means I guess maybe they're more connected than you think. Like so he is able Spider-Man is able to cross over multiple universes. I guess he didn't just mean Spider-Man. I guess he meant like everyone.
There is a rumor that that through like introducing Michael Keaton into the Sony Spider Verse, and that with that connection, that's how they're going to slowly but gradually bring Tom Holland into the Sony Spider Verse.
So he's expected to possibly be in the next Venom. He could be in the next Venom. If this especially if
Possibly,
this could speed up the process.
it could.
That'd be exciting.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, that could be exciting. But I do agree with you though that I'm not like the only thing that's really keeping me interested in Morbius is the Michael Keaton cameo. So,
Yeah,
well, maybe
that's
more than a cameo. We'll see.
yeah. We'll see.
All right, so Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah. Oh,
It is interesting though that Thor is the very first MCU character to get 4 movies.
that is incredible. But
Because like
Taika Waititi,
Iron Man is kind of the main character of the MCU, and he only has 3 movies. So
yeah, yeah, and he got all three of them done like very early in the MCU.
right.
And
Um,
Thor's been more spread out.
yeah, definitely for sure. As I'm actually really excited for this one as well. I do wish, like I said earlier, I do wish that overall that they stopped making MCU specific movies or just rebooted themselves after Endgame. But
Yeah,
But at the same time, I am really excited for Thor: Love and Thunder. I loved Thor Ragnarok. It's easily my favorite Thor movie so
Oh yeah,
far.
of course. Well, that's obvious.
I love Taika Waititi. I love Chris Hemsworth. I'm excited for Natalie Portman and Tessa Thompson to return.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how those two interact with one another. She did say, Thompson said at San Diego Comic Con that Valkyrie is looking for a queen, so people are saying these two could be together. They're saying her or Captain Marvel, but I don't think Captain Marvel's going to be in the movie, so
I don't think it's gonna be Captain Marvel either.
it could be Jane. But people may be thinking, oh, she could get back with Thor. But I've
We
heard that the Guardians of the Galaxy may appear in the movie, since Thor. Remember, at the end of Endgame, he left with them. So maybe in this movie you'll see them in the beginning, since Guardians 3 won't be till was pushed back. So
and speaking of Guardians, actually, these following movies aren't gonna be part of Phase 4, but they are part of the future of the MCU in general. So there's Blade, there's Black Panther 2, there's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and Captain Marvel 2. I'm pretty sure that there are more, but I can't think of them off the top of my head.
I
So
think,
just quick thoughts on those movies.
well, we don't really know much about him yet, though. I mean, well, Blade is supposed to be with Mahershala Ali, and remember that they revealed that at San Diego Comic Con. Captain Marvel 2, they're saying like this is just some rumors as well. Like it could be a Secret Invasion, or it could be like a little A Force movie, sort of
Right.
like a team up, or sort of like Avengers point something or whatever. Kind of like Captain America Civil War. But with
Yeah.
Black Panther 2, all we know is that that's just the title, and also it's Roman numerals, not just the number 2. So kind of like based on like the Creed movies with the Roman numerals. So that's pretty cool in that aspect too. But
Yeah.
Guardians 3, also is with James Gunn coming back. But he is filming Suicide Squad 2. First, he has to
Right.
finish that, and then he'll do Guardians 3.
Right. And I forgot to mention that they're also making an Ant-Man 3, a Fantastic Four film, and Deadpool 3.
That's the one we're all looking forward to. That one with Ryan Reynolds. He's teased it several times.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see like what route they'll go for all these movies, but honestly, the only one I'm really looking forward to is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
For me, it's Deadpool 3. I
I
think.
mean, no, Deadpool
But
3 too. Sorry, Deadpool
yeah,
3 as well.
yeah,
All right, so let's move on to now the from the Marvel movies to the Marvel shows.
yeah. There's a lot of them. So.
So first, we're gonna briefly discuss our thoughts on the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Are you excited for this one?
Yeah, that's definitely exciting to see how the two interact. To see like Sam's supposed to be taking the shield, but not right away. The government doesn't want him, like especially since they're still like fugitives, even though they saved the world after Endgame. So it's
Right.
they're supposed to like also they're bringing back Zemo, Baron Zemo from Captain
That I'm
America,
excited for. I'm excited for that.
and he's going to be more comic book accurate, so he's going to wear the masks too, and he had a beard in one of the teasers too.
Right, right.
Also, Sharon Carter is supposed to be back as well.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
she's going to be
That's
in the show
cool.
as well.
She's not a really amazing character, but I mean it's still cool. I really hope that this isn't true, but I did hear a rumor that just like Mandalorian, the MCU shows will only be 30 minutes an episode.
I'm hoping that's not the case, and if it is, hopefully enough people are outraged and they ended up putting it in 1 hour.
Yeah, especially since like Falcon and Winter Soldier is only going to be 6 episodes. So
Yeah,
6 episodes, 30 minutes each. That's too short.
it's going to be way too rushed, and it's not going to be good. This isn't a sitcom like Lizzie McGuire where it needs to be 30 minutes. This needs to be an hour, at least an hour.
Well, I think over an hour would be too long, but I agree that should be like 60 minutes.
And maybe it depends on like the episode. It depends on like if it's like the end of the season, then maybe make it a little longer. But yeah, but not too long.
This show was actually supposed to come out in 2021, but now it's coming out in 2020. WandaVision.
Oh yeah,
I'm actually really the more I read about WandaVision, the more excited I'm getting, to be honest.
yeah. Like, they're saying that it's gonna like dive into like it's gonna be like a sitcom. People are saying it. And Elizabeth Olsen joked, "Oh, maybe there's a laugh track."
I wouldn't be surprised if they included a laugh track in this one.
Yeah, but they won't. They won't include a laugh track.
But I'm curious to see like how like Vision will come back because he died in Infinity War. So
I've heard that I think like Wanda creates some sort of like imagination like she had a perfect life with like him and living in the suburbs with kids, and they reveal like they're gonna have their kids, you know, from the comics Wicked and Speed, because they showed like an audition tape for a kid auditioning for the show that apparently must be one of their like kids, and also like they're gonna grow up really fast too, so they're gonna become like teenagers a lot quicker, so they're gonna need a lot of actors, and also the show's bringing back some characters you've seen before, Darcy Lewis from the Bad Thor movies.
right, yeah.
Yeah,
Darcy Lewis and Jimmy Woo from Thor
yeah,
and Ant Man are gonna come back.
respectively. Yeah, they're gonna be a part of the show as well. So maybe they're there to try to control Wanda, possibly, if she goes crazy. So,
I don't know. And and also we're gonna see an adult version of Monica Rambeau
oh yeah,
from Captain
yeah,
Marvel.
yeah. She was a child in that movie. That makes sense since this takes place in present day. Like, it will.
Right. Yeah, well, honestly, like honestly, this is the one I'm excited for the most out of all the shows.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be. It's definitely gonna be very exciting.
But another show I'm actually really looking forward to, and it's mainly because I love this character so much, is Loki.
Oh yeah, I've heard it's gonna take place like from the moment we saw him in Endgame when he took the cube.
Right, when he
It's
took
gonna be
the
right.
Space Stone.
Yeah, Space Stone. Yeah, right after that moment. Yeah, that's when the show's apparently going to start. And they already showed concept art of him. I think it was looked like New York in the '70s at the Jaws premiere.
Oh,
Uh,
really? Wait, is that
yeah,
confirmed?
like, that was his concept art. Like, but he's going to time travel throughout history, doing his mischievous stuff. And remember, this isn't.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
And also, this is supposed to tie into Thor: Love and Thunder as well because of the Mjolnir. Uh, because you know how's Jane Foster going to get to tie
Right.
back into Thor: Love and Thunder? How's she going to get Mjolnir?
That's
She was saying
true. That's true.
maybe Loki's the one who's going to get it.
That could be cool. That's cool. That would be really cool. Wow, actually, I'm really excited now.
Yeah, I just want to know how because remember this is the 2012 Loki, the bad Loki that went to
Right. Like,
destroy
and
Earth.
will he become good again, or will he
Yeah,
stay bad?
yeah. Like, well, how would he be worthy enough to get Mjolnir though? Unless if he finds one that doesn't have the enchantment that Odin put. So that'll be interesting to see. But I would think it has to have worthiness.
All right. Well, moving on to what if. This, to be honest, it's a cool concept, but this is the show that I'm looking forward to the least.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's kind of cool, like seeing how like what if like certain events in the MCU were different, occurred differently. But to be honest, I don't really care that much.
Me neither.
Then
Yeah,
let's just move on then to Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Yeah, there's been a lot of controversy with this show. Not because of the fact that there's been rumors that it could be canceled. I mean, I don't know what.
Right,
And Mark Disney,
Because of Jeremy Renner's problems in real life.
and also they don't really have to. They're trying to cast Kate Bishop like Haley Steinfeld,
Right.
but she's denied it because she can't really comment on it. So, and also she said that she doesn't even know if she's gonna even do it because she's in that, and also she's filming Dickinson too. So I don't even know if she would be able to do it anyway. She probably have a scheduling conflict.
We'll just have to see.
But Disney's denied, saying that the show is delayed or canceled. So
Yeah, there are a lot of problems that seems like behind the scenes with Hawkeye. So
I mean, it doesn't premiere until 2021, so they have time to fix it. It
I mean, not that much time. They only have a. I mean, 2021 is next year. So
Right, but they have to find their cast and they got to start filming. So, and
right.
I believe it's fall 2021 if I'm not mistaken. That Hawkeye premieres.
That's what Feige said.
Yeah, so they still have some time to get their, but they better hurry. Time is running out, so they better hurry soon, or it
Yeah.
could get delayed or canceled. So,
Right. And the last couple of shows, I'm not gonna. I'm not really gonna go too much into these, but they are Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, and She-Hulk. I don't
there's not a
know.
lot.
I don't know anything about these characters. I'm not. I don't really read the comics in general, but I especially don't know anything about these characters. So I don't know. I'll watch them, but I'm not just like what if I'm not like super interested. What about you?
Yeah, I kind of agree, but I've seen videos about like their characters, and Kamala Khan is the character that plays Miss Marvel. She's supposed to be the one that's like they're trying to introduce like Muslim characters in MCU, like Pakistani. She's Pakistani American. She's from Jersey City actually,
Oh,
and
really?
yeah, and She-Hulk is Bruce Banner's cousin, Jennifer Walters, and
Oh,
she gets a
okay.
blood transfusion from Bruce Banner after she got injured, and she becomes She-Hulk. I don't know much about Moon Knight though, so I
Yeah,
can't really
I
comment on
don't
that.
really know much about Moon Knight either. Overall, I'm excited for some of these, like WandaVision and Doctor Strange 2. However, I would have also been fine if these weren't like ever made. Like
Yeah,
if the MCU had just like I said in the earlier in this podcast, if like the MCU just stopped at their Endgame and made like Eternals, Miss Marvel, Shang-Chi, whatever, a whole separate universe.
that would have been probably the best thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, I
In a perfect
understand,
world,
why Feige still wants to continue this franchise because I mean, come on, Endgame is the highest grossing movie of all time, and Far From Home also made over $1 billion. But like I don't know, like personally, I would if I were Feige, I would have just been like, okay, we're gonna take a break, like a 5 year break, and then we'll either like reboot it or just do a whole separate thing.
yeah, he couldn't end on top like Peyton Manning winning the Super Bowl. He couldn't. He didn't want to end when he was on the high note. I mean, that would have been a perfect world. Like that would have been a perfect way to end it or take a long break. But he decided to keep going.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm still excited for some of the things that Marvel is coming out with, and I don't know. We'll just, I'll go forward with caution, but also a bit of curiosity.
Right. Hopefully, Feige knows what he's doing and he doesn't make people suffer superhero fatigue.
All right, well, I don't really have any more thoughts on the subject matter on Marvel in general. Do you have any more like final thoughts before we conclude?
That's no, that's pretty much it. So,
All right, then I guess that the very first episode of my podcast, Podcast Racing, is now officially over. Alfredo, I want to thank you again for agreeing to be on this podcast and talking about Marvel with me.
my pleasure. Thank you for having me on.
But I think that one thing that both of us can agree on is that both of us are really big fans of Marvel in general.
Definitely.
And yeah, to all my subscribers, to all of you listening right now, I would highly recommend that you please subscribe to my friend's YouTube channel, the Furae. The link is in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really look forward to hopefully seeing you guys in the next episode of my podcast. I hope that all of you are doing well and have a wonderful day.